Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in here again. We have had some action on Twitter, and I do have a question that I'd like to share with you, but it's concerning Bill C-501, which is my pension protection bill. And as of this recording, I don't know exactly when it's going to appear for second reading and first debate, but I'm thinking around the second week of May. So keep an eye open for that, and we'll be talking about it again. But I thought you might like to know why I chose, why I wrote C-501 and why I chose to protect pensions. And I guess I can answer that very simply. Imagine a country where not one worker loses their pension because their company goes bankrupt. I mean, that's the bottom line. It's of course inspired by Nortel and the problems that they've had, but it's also inspired by the forest industry and right across Canada, including Northern Ontario, the issues surrounding pensions and possible pensions. And you know, it's really criminal the way things happen now. I mean, you can work for 30 or 35 years, put money into a pension, and a company goes bankrupt, and you get nothing. And that's just simply not right. I'm trying to convince the government that when workers put money into pensions, they're really deferred wages. They've earned that money, and it's like a savings account for them, a savings account for the future. And I'm hoping that I'm going to have unanimous support for this bill, get it quickly into committee, and we'll probably see some witnesses, listen to some witnesses, and then write back out another vote and hopefully to the Senate. I may be a little optimistic in thinking we can do this by the end of June, but that's my target, and I'm hoping that things can go very quickly. This bill is very straightforward. And what it does, well, let me answer a question here, because this goes to the heart of what Why Not One is asking me. Why not one? Will this protect pensioners and LTD, long-term disability, if corporations go under? And what is the meat of this bill? Well, it will protect pensioners. It'll protect pensioners right across Canada. What the meat of the bill is simply this. It's a simple bill. It's straightforward. It's not confusing, and it simply moves workers' pensions, in case of bankruptcy. It moves their pensions from being at the very bottom of unsecured, in other words, workers possibly getting nothing, into secured. And so that would mean that in case of bankruptcy, that workers' pensions would get paid, depending, of course, on the assets that are available in the bankrupt company. But they would be right there, and they'd be ahead of the banks, they'd be ahead of credit unions, they'd be ahead of venture capitalists. They're not at the very top, because of course the government gets their money first from a bankrupt company, but they're in the mix in the secured area. So that's the meat of it. Now, does it protect pensioners? Yes, it does. Does it protect those on long-term disability or those who may be on some kind of sick leave? It doesn't protect them. It protects their pension, but it doesn't protect their LTD payments or their sick payments. Now, and the reason it's not included in my bill is because there is a bill already coming to the House. It's coming through the Senate that deals with long-term disability and protection for that. And of course, naturally, I'll be protecting that bill, or I'll be supporting that bill, of course, too. So it's sort of a two-pronged approach. It's coming from a Liberal senator. I think it's Eggleton. I'm not sure. Is it Eggleton? Yeah, it's Eggleton. And it's from what I've read, it's a good bill and protects those on LTD. So it's sort of a two-pronged approach, and I think there's a real appetite, certainly in the other two opposition parties, and I'm working on the government now, and I'm hoping there's going to be an appetite there to have a win-win situation, win-win-win-win situation in the whole House for all the MPs. Because I think people understand, all the MPs understand the injustice of the way the Bankruptcy Act reads now. So if you'd like to contact me, and I urge you to contact me on Twitter, and it's John Rafferty MP, that's all one word, and send me questions, and next week, if there's some more questions, I'll get a couple more questions in. So thank you very much. and check out my website. Send me an email, a phone call. I know Cam's here behind the camera. I think he'll be happy to talk to you on the phone if you want to give me a call here in Ottawa about anything at all. So thanks very much for listening.